How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. Welcome to Biomutant. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you're...
But...
in your name...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. For it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Get a grip. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. Some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. That's a good find. Well, what do you know?
person.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw... Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, globs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Toxanol built up in finding a new home for their kind. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Scragged another. Handy. Nice shot. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You found one. You should be proud of key. You handle... He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. Become one with the... Now that you've seen the nonna, stew there for a while. But no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Balu putulua yunulua putula.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. The Sifu is mindful of his time, but thinks you'll just have to find out for yourself if he's willing to spend some of it on you.
Zata is the moi totloho. Kariesne stace. Paro,
the Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew.
Zup.
He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart of yours makes you weak. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival.
Tulo, mali muzamit, na oko kiza.
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war, and offers you a last chance to come back and join when you realize you've picked the wrong side. It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Sibi? Lafanen agin kalman. Geradna fal hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He's The Sifu says sometimes one member... The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. Even though it's now a different place from a different... Wishes you'd been better as a kid, but is glad you finally figured it out. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Better days. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
Surakia. Hanap dapat ko. Tulpa. Mukan balik.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
Mako.
Wait,
Bawat wika.
but you need practice. Lots of practice.
Afanya. Bawat wika.
You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim.
Afanya.
Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Anora ka papom.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Monibasa. Pendrine senema.
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Dere aplitonumuta. Kanamunta.
She'll see you at the village square.
Kentsib.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest. He was hoping you could help. He thinks you're true. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Tukonda.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Kanamunta.
Then you...
Kalino.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to...
Masama. Domale tuk. Kanamunt.
You've always followed your own path, but this...
Urasa durut.
They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonder. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
kodo tuku.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Taifaname numa.
She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu.
Andro?
The most
Dere?
It's time to focus on your training now.
Poila kodo. Masamal.
You won't need excuses if... Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Isko Bodse.
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling.
Mich.
He heard you.
La fea noch fjorda.
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Mishako her. Badan ut Mishako her.
He...
Amanka.
He's curious to see what you found.
Over bugbug und lumfarb so. Dakat mio umumwaka.
He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. Thinks so.
Kidlo.
He...
Und lump. Kidlo.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Vaksan mar mal vadam wakumo nash vaya.
You should take it with you.
Mansel. Waksan donanenya.
Dere?
Your Muma says it's about time you got...
Ariaroche nui mumera.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Andro? Sanna jode.
She says she is eager,
Aplitonomuta. Taifaname numa.
but there's enough time left for repetition and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Kialdo male kanaro tono. Kialdo male kanaro tono.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Ferena masalapo.
Thanks you.
Minalagi mamuru. Beri?
Been working on a...
Tukonda. Urasa durut.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Gendrana mala.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her. Catchy.
Dere?
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Gendrana mala.
She's happy you appreciate what others do for you.
Minalagi mamuru. Katjagtoppolutta.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your
Nampuusa. Kanjalano toro.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Kanamunta.
Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Toro. Kensi.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Ala.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Antoro.
He wa-
Kuri kumbala muma. Ferena masala pialtuma.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
Kala.
Exactly what she... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hog. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Tulla sumalla me tu iljapkap räittesuto manapöpei pankänätys.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Nam chao tatauple.
Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that knuck makes a tight fist. Such a dark night. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? It's harder for others to see you in the dark. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towers. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away. There must be a track somewhere in... You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Throws shade like a forest full of trees. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. Squawks about Myriad wasting their time with shiny lights when they should be begging Jagni for darkness. Says it feels strange to see you wandering about. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your... Here's the first line of defense. A bomb lock. And hit the spot, wrecked it. That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Everything's clocking together. Every lock has a key. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on, won't hesitate to carve out some revenge on those who hurt them. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Oh, you're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. Long's out of date says he's doing his best to keep up.
The what? Yuba, koyetu, bobo, tuboko.
That doesn't sound good. Out of date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of.
Koyetu, koye.
Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater.
Shintuata moti huasa. Udeno ku nunyofobo.
There's no time to waste.
Kutuvun poputowe.
Better get moving before the day passes you by. There's news of a road. Let's see. That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. was scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Scrapalicious. There's a lot on the line here. Bomber Bonker's busy ram bang. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the ground. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. Does fire even start here? That's the leftover you're looking for.